Once a quiet riverside capital, Brisbane has surged into one of Australia's fastest-growing urban powerhouses, driven by rapid population growth, accelerating development, and a skyline rising higher every year. But beneath this momentum lies a problem so severe that planners have quietly warned it could throttle the city's future. Every train line, every commuter route, every daily journey into the central business district has long depended on a single rail crossing built in the 1970s. One fragile choke point carrying an entire region. For years, politicians debated it, engineers flagged it, commuters felt it, yet nothing changed. The trains got busier, the delays grew longer, and Brisbane inched closer to a breaking point. How long could a growing global city survive with a transport network that had already hit capacity? Finally, the answer arrived, not with small fixes, but with the most ambitious transport project Queensland has ever attempted. Deep beneath the Brisbane River, a new rail line is being carved through the earth, complete with cavernous underground stations, cutting-edge signaling, and a massive tunnel that will redefine how the city moves. Today, let's delve into Brisbane's $13 billion cross-river rail megaproject. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and like this video, as it's the best way to support this channel. Brisbane's geography has always shaped its transport problems. The Brisbane River divides the city in ways that force nearly all rail lines into a single narrow corridor as they approach the central business district. At its center sits the Maryvale Bridge, the only inner-city rail crossing over the Brisbane River. When it opened in 1978, it was hailed as visionary. No one imagined it would one day become one of the most overstretched pieces of rail infrastructure in the country. By the 2000s, booming population growth and rising train patronage pushed the network closer to breaking point. Every additional service, no matter where it came from, had to squeeze across the same bridge. Peak hour trains ran at maximum capacity. Delays on one line rippled across the entire network, and modeling showed Brisbane would hit an unbreakable ceiling by the mid-2020s, unless a second river crossing was built. Governments attempted solutions, including the ambitious underground bus and train project, but political shifts and escalating costs saw proposals repeatedly scrapped and revived. Through every review, one conclusion remained constant. Brisbane desperately needed another inner-city rail link. With the business district densifying and the 2032 Olympics approaching, the Queensland government finally approved Cross River Rail in 2017, ending decades of debate and beginning a new era in transport planning. Cross River Rail represents a complete rethinking of how rail will function in Brisbane for decades to come. Stretching 10.2 kilometers from Dutton Park to Bowen Hills, the project includes a 5.9-kilometer twin tunnel system running deep beneath the Brisbane River and Central Business District that allows trains to bypass the overloaded Maryvale Bridge entirely. By diverting services from the existing network, Brisbane gains the ability to run more frequent, more reliable services across the entire system. At the center of the project are 4 new underground stations, each designed to reshape the precinct around it. Bago Road Station will form a major interchange linking rail, busway, and the nearby Health and Science Precinct, serving thousands of students and researchers. Wollongabba Station has been built as a key events interchange, directly connected to the Gabba Stadium Precinct and future Olympic facilities. Albert Street Station marks a historic milestone as the first train station ever constructed inside Brisbane's Central Business District, unlocking new commuter flows and supporting high-rise development. Roma Street Station, already a major interchange, is being transformed into a modern transport super hub, connecting suburban rail, long-distance services, buses, and future metro lines. These new stations are complemented by major upgrades to 8 existing stations, along with the introduction of the European Train Control System, a modern signaling technology that enables trains to run closer together safely. Architecturally, the stations feature deep caverns, long escalators, large concourses, platform screen doors, and advanced ventilation and safety systems designed to meet global standards. The project also enables significant overstation development, allowing dense mixed-use precincts to rise above new transport hubs. At Albert Street and Woolloongabba, planners foresee commercial towers, residences, and retail spaces built over the stations, reshaping the skyline and greatly boosting the long-term economic impact of Cross River Rail. Delivering Cross River Rail has required some of the most complex engineering Queensland has ever undertaken. Unlike other Australian projects that rely solely on tunnel boring machines, this one used a combination of tunnel boring machines and road headers. 2 tunnel boring machines were launched from Woolloongabba to excavate the main tunnels beneath the Brisbane River and Central Business District, cutting through rock while installing concrete lining as they advanced. Alongside them, road headers were used where more precision was needed, particularly around curves, cross passages, and the cavern-sized underground stations. Tunneling beneath the Brisbane River was one of the most challenging stages. Engineers had to manage the interface between hard volcanic rock and softer alluvial materials, ensuring the tunnel lining remained watertight. To achieve this, workers installed thousands of concrete segments, waterproof membranes, and grout injections to stabilize the surrounding earth. Station construction required vast excavations, known as station caverns, carved out beneath the business district. At Albert Street, crews worked in confined urban spaces surrounded by high-rise buildings and busy intersections, lowering heavy machinery into a narrow footprint while maintaining safety and minimal surface disruption. Roma Street's redevelopment involved demolishing aging structures while keeping critical transport services running, creating complex staging challenges. Spoil removal became a 24/7 logistics effort, with millions of tons of excavated material hauled off-site as the workforce swelled into the thousands of people at peak activity. Engineers carefully sequenced tunneling, cavern excavation, track laying, and systems installation to avoid conflicts and delays. Across the network, tunnels were reinforced with steel and concrete designed to withstand heavy rail loads and Brisbane's flood-prone environment, while new ventilation shafts, emergency exits, and electrical substations were built to ensure safe operation. Ultimately, Cross River Rail marks a major leap in Queensland's engineering capabilities, introducing modern tunneling methods, attracting global expertise, and training a new generation of skilled workers who will shape the state's future infrastructure projects. Cross River Rail's journey has been far from simple. Early estimates placed the project at about $3.5 billion. But as planning expanded, complementary works were added, and construction challenges became clearer. The total cost rose dramatically. Today, the overall cost is estimated at around $13 billion. This includes not only the core tunnel and station works, but a wide range of supporting upgrades across the rail network, new stabling facilities, track improvements, signaling systems, and precinct redevelopment. After unsuccessful attempts to secure federal funding, the Queensland government became the primary backer. The project was split into major procurement packages, allowing specialist contractors to deliver individual components while maintaining integration across the entire network. Construction began in 2019, with major tunneling completed in 2021, and station excavation finished by 2023. As of 2025, the project is in its final delivery phase, with fit-outs, track installation, signaling integration, and systems testing continuing over the coming years. Cross River Rail is on track to open later this decade, supporting Brisbane's wider transport upgrades ahead of the 2032 Olympics. As with any megaproject of this scale, Cross River Rail has faced intense scrutiny. Political disagreements have followed it from the beginning, with changing governments altering, delaying, or canceling earlier versions. Concerns about transparency, procurement decisions, and the escalation of costs to roughly 20 billion Australian dollars have fueled debate over financial management and whether the project might have been cheaper had action been taken sooner. Construction impacts have also frustrated residents and businesses around Wollongabba, Albert Street, and Roma Street, who have endured years of noise, road closures, and repeated disruptions. Questions remain about whether the project will be ready in time to support the 2032 Olympics, particularly with Wollongabba Station playing a central role in the stadium precinct. Others argue that more investment in rail lines, fleet expansion, and suburban upgrades will still be needed to fully unlock the project's benefits. Yet, despite the criticism, most experts view Cross River Rail as essential to preventing worsening congestion and maintaining Brisbane's long-term competitiveness. Once operational, Cross River Rail will transform how Brisbane moves and grows. Its new underground spine creates a separate north-south rail corridor, allowing more frequent services, reducing crowding, and improving reliability across the network. Commuters will enjoy faster, more dependable journeys, while Brisbane's first true inner-city rail loop will better connect high-growth precincts on both sides of the river. Albert Street Station will ease pressure on Central and Fortitude Valley, and Wollongabba is set to develop into a major transit-anchored precinct, especially ahead of the 2032 Olympics. Economically, the project is expected to generate billions in development around station precincts, driving transit-oriented growth and concentrating commercial and residential activity along rail corridors. Increased resilience through alternative routes and improved operational flexibility will future-proof the network against disruptions. Looking ahead, Cross River Rail positions Brisbane to function more like a modern metro system, with room for future expansion, including potential fast rail links to the Sunshine Coast and new Olympic precincts. Its integration with Brisbane Metro, upgraded busways, and enhanced pedestrian networks will create a seamless transport experience. More than a transport upgrade, it is a catalyst for long-term urban renewal and the backbone of Brisbane's future growth.